I have a gift for you. An early Christmas present for you. Merry Christmas! I have a really fantastic little retouch collection for Photoshop that you might be interested in because number one, it's totally free, and number two, it's super powerful. And I'm going to show you how you can use it. So here's our photo, and here is our collection. I want to start with my brighten and tone face action. We'll hit play. You'll get the instructions on how to use it, and your brush tool will be selected. So let's make our flow about 10 and our opacity about 60. Open our brush up, make sure that we've got the white color selected. We do. I'm just going to brush the adjustment first, just kind of all over my subject's skin and give a nice light overall brightening and toning. And this is going to really subtly even out your subject's skin tone, and at the same time just lightening and brightening everything up. Okay, and then looking at my layer opacity, I'll turn it all the way down and increase it until I like it at 100. Okay, so next thing I want to do is I want to apply my minty greens action. So we'll hit play, and it's done. I love that one. So the next one I want to do is my paintable light action. So we'll hit play. It'll give us our instructions telling us that we want to paint our light mindfully on our subject so that it is cohesive with where the natural light is falling. So again, a nice low flow and a mid-level opacity. And I'm just going to start here painting along my subject's neck and a little on her front, down her chest, kind of avoiding the shadows. So shedding some light on all of her highlighted areas of her face, her neck, on her hands. And I even want to bring some of that light out onto her hair. Just giving the highlights of her hair just a little bit of a boost. Okay, and over to the opacity, take it down, and that looks pretty good right there at 100. Again. Okay, cool. So next one we'll do is paintable shadow. Because I always feel like if you're going to adjust your highlights and adjust the natural light of your photo, then you need to be doing the same thing for your shadows. So the exact same idea here, painting white onto our layer mask over here, this little black box, we're painting white onto that layer mask so that we can enhance our shadows. So going along anywhere you think could use a little bit of, like a bit of a vignette. Down along the corners and anywhere you see a natural shadow. Along the collarbone and under the neck. Along the outsides of the face. And then you can even make your brush a little smaller and work the shadows on your subject's face. So maybe a little bit along her jawline, a little bit in the creases of her eyes, and maybe even more thinly along her neckline. Just getting a little bit more detail into all the shadows, and you can get pretty creative here, adding depth. Might even up my opacity to 80 and bring it a little more intensely over here. Okay, so again, looking at our opacity, taking it down, back in, maybe just a little less. We'll do about 90-ish. Okay, so let's group these together and see how we're doing so far. Turning the visibility on and off. I've already done quite a bit, quite a big difference here. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to give her a little bit more makeup. So I want to add a little bit of a smoky eye. So I hit my smoky eyes action, Again, it gives you some instructions. We'll zoom in a little closer here. So with our layer mask selected, we're going to hit brush. And again, let's take our opacity down to the mid-level, maybe even 45, keeping it at a flow of 10. And then we'll just start with a small brush, lining her eyelid. And this is kind of where a little bit of experience in makeup comes in handy, as you can try to get this as natural looking as possible. I'm just going to take my opacity down to maybe like 30. Lots of thin brush strokes here. You can always change your color to black to erase a bit of what you've done to hide the adjustment again. Bring it down a little bit underneath the eye, a little bit more into the crease. I'm going to change it to black and just clean up the edge here. It's looking a little bit frazzly. Get it a little more curved. And let's bring it over to the other eye, do a little bit over here. Maybe to bring it up back to 40. Okay, I like the look of that. Pretty good for a quick job. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is add my rose gold bronzer. Instructions here again. Same idea as before. We're using the brush tool to paint over our layer mask to let the adjustment shine through. So with a nice low opacity, let's do like 30, and I want to give her an all-over bronze. So with my white brush selected, I'm going to give her a little once over here. And I'm not just adjusting the colors of her face. I want to also work onto any other visible skins, giving it a little bit of a bronze look as well. So just a little bit extra now along the cheeks, giving it a nice rosy color. Okay, and so there's just a few more things I want to do to clean this picture up, and I want to get rid of a couple little spots on her face. So I'm going to go into my larger retouch collection that's available in the shop and select my where is it here? My spot retouch. You can hit play and it will run its thing, give you instructions, and then this action is going to preserve the texture of your subject's skin when you're removing spots and freckles and pimples and anything like that. So it's always, I find, a little bit of a better fix than just the spot healing brush on its own. So I'm just going to do a quick cleanup. Looks good. And then the photo to me seems just a little bit cool. So I want to head back into my retouch collection and go under temperature and hit warmth. That's better. Okay, so I'll take that all the way down and just cycle it in a bit. There! Oh, that looks so cool. Okay, so apart from the warmth and the spot retouch, all of these adjustments are going to be available to you for free in the First Impressions Retouch Collection. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope that you enjoy the First Impressions Retouch Collection, all for free. And I hope if you enjoy it and you want to dive a little deeper into retouching, you'll check out the Retouch Collection in the shop. Okay, thanks for watching.